You've been nothing but a thorn in my side since day one. But I am Fantokyo, the great, and I'll not be outdone. Welcome to Fantokyo Spectacular Theater in the Pound. Please excuse my thespian vernacular when I say thou is going down. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. Now, the audience is thirsty for fun. Time to run. 'Cause now your denouement has already begun. That means you're done. We could both be pirates on the sea. You'll swab the deck and play a part for me. Mops galore, you better keep it clean. Watch out now, my little friend, 'cause Sharkspeare's looking mean. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. A battle like no other. Better move, 'cause here's another. At least you'll get to see defeat in epic style. The audience's prime, each attack right on time. Seeing you entwined is so worthwhile. But why stop there at a lion, a bear? What's wrong, my petite cher? Why don't you smile? The final act is sure to be a theatrical plot twist worthy of a prize. Want a shot? You better be more tactical. Messing with Fantokyo is never wise. I've had enough of you, so won't you be my puppet on a string? I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. I'm up to here with you, so why don't you finally face it? Your fate is sealed, and everything you do is what I say. Starting now and every day, you'll be my puppet, learn to love it. Every word I say you'll covet. Start anew, stuck like glue, bid your former self adieu, 'cause I've had enough of you.
Hello, all of you wonderful little muffins. Yes, you are all muffins now. I might be a little hungry. But hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Clockworker... Geen? Are you the Geen I know? Lex, great to see you. Yes, you're all muffins. Miri, always great to have you. Toshime, thank you so much for coming. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I've got Timmy.
Hi.
He's back at his laptop right now. He doesn't want to...
doing research.
I guess he's researching something.
I'm looking for inspiration.
Oh.
I need to refine Doom 1.0 to Doom 2.0.
I guess he needs to refine the Doom deck. Doom 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 be doom doom. Doom 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 de doom doom de doom. Doom be doom de doom doom de doom. Doom me doom doom de doom. Doom 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 de doom doom de doom 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 me doom me doom. De doom 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 de doom 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 de doom. De 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 doom de doom. De 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 doom de doom. I apologize ahead of time for this. I am in a slightly hyper mood today. Of course, it is a great time to always go and create Doom!
I think he likes the deck.
I do like the deck. Hey, good boy, how you doing? Alright. The Desert Hold. The outskirts of an oasis city with enemies on all sides. Well, we got one over there. It's a ranged flying unit. At least it looks to be flying. They seem to like their flying units on this one. Another ranged unit. Looks like that's all we got on this one. Let me check my quest before I place my unit, as well as grab stuff from the store. Because I still need to get a unit to level 30. Paladins? Really? Fine. There. No, you cannot, Nitrata. Ah, you are the Geen we know.
Hi, Geen.
Timmy says hi. But he's on the other side of the room, so you may or may not have heard. I don't know. But, Nitrotter, you see, the thing is, here, I am the Dungeon Master. Alright, I'm gonna just go play. I guess I'll just...
Wait, here a second. Let me hop over real quick.
Oh. I guess Timmy is plotting something.
I'm gonna make a few quick refinements before we get started. It'll only take a minute. That's what I was doing while you were entertaining and talking with everyone. Hello, everyone. All right. Boop.
Timmy has stolen my face!
You don't need it. Clone you. Of course.
Geen wants to know what decks we're playing.
Right now, if I can click correctly. The plan right now is Doom, which is Abzan, Doom Foretold, Yorion. Get rid of some of these decks because these decks are the ones they offer. Yeah, unfortunately here. So I want to clone you. Doom. There we go. Why are you doing this to me?
What?
That song. Why are you doing this to me?
Because I wanted to check out the things I got, Chim.
Fair, fair. Alright, so give me a second.
What is the circle icon?
Let me show you. Oop, wrong one. Oop.
What is...
Not sure what the circle one is. Alright, so...
To you, that was where you needed to go.
So we're going to make a quick change. I want to see how this goes. We're going to cut the 4 acquisition experts, which are basically just 2 mana, 1/2, make them discard a card, and we're going to play this card instead. Valky, God of Lies, and Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. It is a flip card.
Yeah, but that acquisitions expert was very useful in multiple situations.
So the reason why we are cutting it is because Valky plays a very similar role. Valky is a 2-mana creature that when he enters the battlefield, we get to see their entire hand instead of only 1 card. And then we get to choose a creature from it and exile it. And then Valky can become that creature by paying X mana. Which X is the creature, the mana cost of the creature. They get it back if Valky dies. But then we can also late game cast Valky as Tybalt. When Tybalt enters the battlefield, he creates an emblem, which is a permanent bonus for us then.
Oh.
Which is any cards that are exiled by Tybalt, we can play and we can spend mana of any color as though it was any color for it. So his +2 basically exiles the top card of each player's deck. With his ability, we can play either of those cards. His -3 lets him exile an artifact or creature, which we can then play. And his -8 exiles all cards from the graveyards and makes 3 mana, which we can then play.
Okay.
So Valky fulfills a purpose of being where in the original version of the deck, the creature is good and it permanently gets rid of a card, but most of the time we were just getting rid of a land, not necessarily something we wanted to get. Valky fulfills the role of he can get rid of any creature we care about, he can become that creature if we want him to, and late game he becomes a planeswalker that wins us the game.
Geen said something here.
It's new to me. I normally see Doom Foretold with Orzhov and the like. Treacherous. Where is the name of the channel that draws 3 and pings you? Yeah, Orzhov and Esper, blue, black, and white are usually the main ones for this one. One of the reasons we play Abzan instead is due to this card, Binding the Old Gods. This card is insane.
Oh yeah, this card has saved us so many times.
I have been so happy with this card. This card has been everything we wanted to be. It kills anything on the battlefield, and it ramps us. One of the cool things that we can also do is by playing the Triomes, any green Triome we play that can also tap for red, we can play just a single copy of it and go find it in order to play Tybalt on his flip side. So we can only play 1 land and like 1 mountain, and with our mana setup, we basically have 10 sources of red in our deck that we can find.
Wooden Plank, you're not alone there. I barely understand this stuff. I just enjoy playing Doom. Nate, great to see you as well.
I was looking through possible refinements for the deck. Let's see real quick. There's been a couple of versions of the deck I've been seeing that are going a little bit more creature centric rather than the enchantment style that we see here. I don't know if that's the way we necessarily want to go though with it. The reason is I'm honestly thinking of cutting the Archon of Sun's Grace. Not because it's a bad card. This card has been insane in this deck. But I'm just considering, do we really want a card like that? That's just, it's going to eat a removal spell. This card is just going to eat the removal. Like, if they remove Furia's Retribution, sure, we can just blink it. I'm Timmy. I am Zim's roommate.
Yeah, Timmy, he's my roommate. He knows a lot more about Magic than I do. I'm actually playing on his account. Because he's got a lot more stuff than I do.
And we didn't want to make him spend like $900 on this.
Yep, that's Timmy that's talking. I'm in the background right now.
So right now, like, there's a lot of different ways we can go with this deck. Tybalt's Treachery. That card's just... I don't see how Tybalt's Treachery can be used very easily. You could probably build a deck around it, but it feels like it just gets curb stomped by any sort of like counterspell and such. So I'm thinking if we go a more creature style deck, we're definitely playing 4 Skyclave Apparitions. Probably cutting the Elspeth's Nightmares. We could probably cut the Lithoform Blights, find another 2-drop to play. Probably cut the Calyxes. I like the Doom Scars against creature decks. It's just fantastic. We'd be playing 4 Skyclaves. Trying to think of like what else. I definitely think 4 Valkyries is the way to go. This card's just insane. This card is extremely strong. Because we're also playing Doom Foretold, so we want permanents. Maybe cut the Archons. What would we replace the Archons with, though? For those of you who play Magic, what kind of cards? Strondheim Unleashed? Possibility? Foretell it and then get a ton of angels later in the game? Is that something we might want? 2 of that instead. The Archon's lifelink is very handy, but Strondheim Unleashed, like going turn 2 suspend this, turn 4 Furia's Retribution, turn 5 into Strondheim. We're only playing 3 Doomscar right now. That card is just so good. And it's a card that we don't need. It's a good catch-all button for us. But you're definitely right, Geen. If we go more creatures, we might want to definitely skimp on the Doomscars there. I personally, my preferred way of playing is less creatures. Unless the creature has such an effect that... Like Yorion. Yorion's just going to blink all of our enchantments, get us so far ahead, and then we cackle and laugh maniacally. So, I kind of want to try that. Let's try cutting them. Try 2 Strondheims. Let's see how this works for us. Might not be the way we want to go, but that's what testing is for. That's where we can see how the card works for us. That's in our sideboard. Amaria's Call is another card I was thinking of. Like, just cut some lands to play it. But that's a little bit hard to do because we want planes for birth, which is a very good card. I've been really liking that card a lot. Maybe it's not a card we need. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. What else can we go with here? Kaya is definitely a card I'm considering if we go more of a creature deck. She'd probably a 1 or a 2 of. This card has been nuts. This card has been really good against creature decks.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of this is.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're doing well.
Let's see. So, since we're doing this, we are going to want a singleton. Ooh, for those of you guys in the know, what do you guys think of 1 or 2 Eerie Ultimatums to get back like our enchantments and such? Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Ooh, that card seems really good. If we resolve this, we just win. Oof. What do we cut though? What do we cut?
By the way, everyone, don't forget to check out our merch. It's a great way to get something while supporting the channel. Just do !merch in the chat, as well as you can find a link to it down in the description, or there's actually an extension that is just the merch. We go through Teespring now, though we do still have some stuff on our website. That stuff will slowly be phased out, though, so check out Teespring and the website and grab what you'd enjoy.
Let's see. Sorry for being quiet there. I was letting him talk. I'm looking for... there it is. Which one do we would rather have more? Yeah, probably one. Ooh, this one's 2 of our colors. Black and white? Yeah, we play black and white more, so we want Asabi Triome. And then... I want a single mounted in the deck. Ooh, those are pretty. What do the stone ones look like for on here? Let's go that one. That one's cool. Whoa. 1 card too many? Sorry, we didn't cut a card for the Eerie Ultimatum. Let's go to 1. Just see how it works when we draw it. We'll use my mythics, get those guys. Let's try this version. Yep, Valky has a red in it. So we are playing 2 red sources, 1 mountain, which can be found by our fetches, and a Salvi Triome, which... Oh, we can't use Salvi Triome. Nope. Thank you for reminding me about that, Night Trotter. Thank you very much. I almost made a big goof. Boop. Thank you. Oh, we can just search. We need a green in it, so it has to be... I would rather...
There's Ketria Triome. Oh, it's got blue instead, does it?
Yeah, we don't use blue that much, but this one also has blue. I'd rather have the black and the green, 2 of our colors. Yeah, the black's more important here. So we'll use the Triome. I knew that was the reason I picked that one the first time. If I hadn't put... I would have put the wrong land in, and that one cannot be found by Binding of the Old God. That's the reason we play it, is because it can be searched out by binding. So we basically play 8 sources that can be used to search the 2 lands. So we basically play 10 red sources. We don't really want to draw them if we can avoid it. So let's give it a shot. With Doom 2.0. I should have renamed the deck 2.0, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I can fix it later. Alright, let's give this deck a shot and see how the changes work. I'm also thinking of adding some Garricks into the deck too. But then I think we start moving away from a Doom Foretold style deck and more towards an Abzan mid-range style deck, which is still going to be just as grindy. I want to see how it works. Maybe the Doom Foretold is not where this deck wants to be at. So if it is, that gives us a lot of slots to play with. Hello, sweet thing. I love you. Snapkeep. So we're going to lead with the Androtha Triumph, get all of our colors. Then we can lead on Pathway into Temple.
Hey, turn down the volume a little bit.
Where?
Little thing in the upper left. Just a twist.
Like that?
A little more. There we go.
Okay. So we're gonna lead Pathway on white. So Temple of Deceit tells us one of two things. We are probably either against a Esper control deck, a blue-black rogues deck, or blue-black control. So let's get our information. By running Valky out here, oh, sweet daddy, yes. Okay, so we know we are against rogues now. Okay. So right now, I want to take Zerasan, the Trickster, I think. Because everything else he can just return here. He'll probably be able to do it anyway, but this is the card that we can keep up then. And this is a threat to him as well, if we just copy Zerasan later in the game. So my guess here, let's see, we want to land. I really want to land. I want Binding, but that's not a land, so we're going to bottom it. So we are against a rogue deck. He has the Brazen Borrower, so that's what he's probably going to do. So he might try and flash in the Soaring Thought Thief. If he does that, then we just kill it with Heartless Act. And that means he uses his entire turn to do this. So I'm okay offering the trade here because that means he's not bouncing it with Brazen Borrower. Yep. Resolve. And then we're going to kill it. So this basically keeps him from bouncing my Valky and being able to use it. If we draw land next turn, we basically force him into bouncing Valky. Otherwise, we just blow him out. So I would really like a land here. I would really like land here. If he bounces this... Oh, he's doing it on our turn. So that tells me here... We just recast Valky, see his hand again. I like doing that.
Yeah, it feels like bouncing a card is like that is a very bad idea for people.
Slither Wisp. Valky's also a 2/1, so he can actually trade with things like Slither Wisp here, or Thieves' Gate Enforcer. Which card would you rather have? I want Zerasan again. I have to keep Zerasan off. Most of his creatures can be answered by Elspeth's Nightmare. Like, we can kill the Thieves' Guild Enforcer. But now he has to deal with Valky. And by knowing his hand, we can play around it. So he's just running a Slither Wisp into us. That's if we can draw a land, we just blow this out here. Okay, so he tops. So we really want to draw a land here. Not what we necessarily want, but we'll deal with it. We can foretell this right now. So here's what we can do here. We can attempt to offer the trade with Valky, but I don't want to fill up my graveyard more if I can avoid it. I want to keep my graveyard as empty as possible to avoid him being able to turn on his Drown in the Lock. because I only have one card in it, he can't really kill anything with Drown.
Again, I have no idea.
However, so he could just do what? Bouncing can work well enough. You have to keep the pressure going. Is what he has to do.
The mono blue tempo deck. Have
Yeah.
I seen one?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, I think we actually want to offer the trade here. My reasoning is this: he can just cast Thieves Guild Enforcer into the Drown in the Lock, which I actually am not bad against because that uses his entire turn. So I actually think I want him to do that then, because that opens up the board for both Doomscar, Elspeth Conquers Death, and Binding. So I'm okay with him blowing 2 cards in order to kill our just Valky. Valky's done his job. He's used up a Brazen Borrower bounce and 2 creatures possibly. So we have perfect information here right now. We know what we're dealing with. He's going, yep, he's doing the play I thought he was going to do. So he's going to go Thieves Guild Enforcer, mill us for 2, and then he's probably going to go Drown in the Lock, kill our Valky to get back Zerathon, would be my guess. Oh, he's just bouncing it. Okay, that's even better for us. That's really good for us. We take 3, sure. That's fine. So he's kind of thinking he can just counter it on the way back. But we don't have to worry about that, because we can just Doomscar the board if we want to. So what can Zerathon get back from our graveyard? Treacherous Blessing? That's fine. Fabled Passage? Okay. He's not getting much right now with it. 3 cards in the grave. I like holding on to this. I want to get Binding down right now, I think. Cut off his card draw. Because then we can use Elspeth's Nightmare to kill the Thieves Guild, possibly. This will also get us another land next turn. We have the 0/4 to block the Thieves Guild to keep him from Zerathoning. Yeah, he can Drown the Lock, but if he drowns in the lock, kills our token, I'm okay with that. He gets a 4/4, we just kill it with like Doomscar, we can Calyx it. Okay, so this tells me he's probably going to go Zerathon on our turn. And then we can just Elspeth Conquers Death it, because he'll tap out. He gets a land. So he actually gets a card out of our graveyard too. So this isn't bad for us. This isn't bad at all for us. We'll take 4. He's gonna mill us for 2. Sure. That's fine. This is actually even better now. We can just Doomscar him. I see, he was trying to get more into the graves. Okay, so he's gonna Duress us on our turn. That's fine. Oh, the blowouts. These sweet, sweet blowouts. Let's go get a land, gain 2 life. Let's go get our... Oh, fudge. I put the wrong Triome in again.
I was wondering on that. I'm like, that
my fault.
Didn't seem like the one you wanted,
My fault.
but okay.
I just completely went over it. That's my fault. Alright, so we're just gonna Doomscar. This one? Here you go. So he can Duress us now. I'm okay with that. He got rid of Doom Foretold. That's fine. He exiles our graveyard. We actually want him to exile our graveyard with Elspeth's Nightmare because he relies so much. A lot of his cards need 8 or more of our cards to be in the graveyard. Him exiling our graveyard works very well for us. He spends his turn drawing a card. I like it. I like it. It's really good for us. So, creatures, that's fine. So he has one card in hand. Let's cast Calyx. He cast the Brazen Bar. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Watch the plays, boys.
Have unbalanced our world.
So we're going to use Lithoform Blight to turn off his Castle Lockwing to keep him from drawing cards. And then we're going to minus Calyx to exile the Brazen Borrower with the Lithoform until it leaves the battlefield. He should have waited until the end of our turn to cast it. He got too eager, he didn't think we could kill it, and we blew him out with that. That's really good for us. Now we're approaching the level of, if I was not an idiot, we could be casting Tybalt now and winning the game. We have Calyx to draw us cards. We have a Yorion in the back burner ready to come. He can't Castle Lockwing to draw more cards anymore. He has another one. So he just spent 3 mana in order to draw a card. And he's just running out of Brazen Bower. That... I don't like it. I don't like the play.
Is it bad for you?
It has Flash. Okay, that's fine. We didn't gain Calyx there. That's okay.
Show me my path.
So the reason I don't like the play is it has Flash. Him just straight up casting it means I can just go Elspeth Conquers Death, exile his thing. Which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to exile his Brazen Borrower now. And that means he can't kill my Calyx easily. Do I want to run Yeah, I want to run Valky out. I wanted to see what that last card is. It could be a creature that's relevant. It's just a one. Okay. Information is very important against this deck. Yeah, I know Valky might not be the best, but being able to know what he has, if I knew he has a counterspell, I can play around that now. So I know what I need. I know he only has a land. He has one card I have to worry about unless he spends his mana drawing cards. Okay, so he's drawing a card. He's taking some damage. Valky is also a 2/1 threat. He can do damage. He can threaten that life total.
You are reckless.
We have one card, so Drown a Lock isn't very effective against us. We can play Elspeth's Nightmare, kill Merfolk Wind Robber. His spells are going to cost 2 more to play now, so it's going to be a lot harder for him to cast things. He's probably not going to be able to double spell easily. Let's see what he does.
I like how you can tell what he's looking at over there.
Yeah, this turns it off. It's really good.
He really wants that back, you can tell.
He wants to draw the cards and he can't. It's very handy for us. Yep, life only matters when it hits 0. But our life total, we win this race. We have an active Calyx drawing us an extra card every turn. Go cards. Okay, so his spells are going to cost 2 more. We can Elspeth's Nightmare targeting the Wind Robber. Let's see what we get first off this. Hello, Lithoform Blight.
Right our way.
Please.
On the other
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So we're gonna get rid of that. We'll draw a card. Birth is fine. So now we can go Elspeth's, kill his Wind Robber, or force him to sack it to draw. No, he can't sack it to draw a card. I am okay with this.
Did he really count
He
to
countered
save
it.
a 1/1?
I am okay with this. I have no planes left in deck, that's fine. So now what we're probably going to do is get Yorion back to our hand and just redo it again. Yeah, we don't have a card in our graveyard for Elspeth Conquers Death, which makes me sad, but if he kills Calyx somehow, we get it back. So he cannot kill Calyx this turn, which gives us a free, at least 1 more turn with Calyx to use him.
Hey there, Icrit. Great to see you. How you doing?
We are very much in the driver's seat. We have Yorion to redo all of our enchantments again, and to reset Calyx, get him back up high. We win this race if he attacks us. He's going after us. So I actually don't like this play. The reason is he can hold this back to block Valky, but also if he's attacking us, he's milling a card into our graveyard. If we mill a Yorion or a Planeswalker or something like that, that's really bad with our Elspeth Conqueror's Death about to go off. Okay, he's not punished, but that is something you have to consider with this type of play. And we drew the mountain. So I really want to draw a Valky now. But I think... see what we get first. I'm okay giving him a Brazen Bower now. I'm okay with that.
Show me my path.
So... let's offer the trade and see if he has a creature with flash. If he flashes out a creature here, that means we might be able to snag it with a kill spell.
What is flash?
Flash allows you to play during any player's turn.
Oh, okay.
So like Brazen Bower has flash. That's why you always want to usually wait to cast your flash creatures to the end of your opponent's turn. Otherwise, I can just pick them off with my sorcery speed removal. So let's see what he
Yeah,
does.
that is very accurate, Night Trotter. Cetesian Champion?
Cetesian Champion. So he has Brazen Bower. I do not like this play. Brazen Bower cannot block. Sure. You can't block me. So, which one would I rather get countered here? Yorion. Valky will let me see his last card. I like just dealing with his board. I like making... oh. That resolved. Okay. We have a sweet play next turn. We have a sweet, sweet play next turn. If it resolves. That's fine. So he can start trying to draw cards. We're very much ahead of this game right now, though.
Yeah, but if you play Yorion, you get to exile that Slitherwisp.
Slitherwisp! Exactly. Okay. So this play is going to be sweet. He's going to attack Calyx, yep. We're going to gain 2 life here. Our Elspeth Conqueror's Death will trigger. So let's see if we can find...
I am blessed.
Lord, I have seen your wisdom and my faith is renewed. Do we have any basics left in our deck? We have 1! Ah, let the sweet, sweet, delicious pain begin. Boop!
And now you trigger both of them again, wipe out the rest of his board.
Oh no, watch. Watch. Watch these sweet, delicious plays, bitch.
Wait, you can bounce all of those?
Mm-hmm. All my enchantments.
Destiny.
He gets his Brazen Bower back. We draw 2 cards.
It was created for one purpose.
Exile a
Restoring
permanent with
order
mana
to
cost 3 or
Theros.
greater. Destroy that with binding. Draw 2 cards, reset our Calyx back to 4. And pass our turn. This is the part where you concede, my opponent. The sweet, sweet stench of value. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, against rogues, information is power. Information is key. If you know what they can do, they can't tempo you out as effectively. Ooh, we have enough gold for a pack. I want a pack. I'm going to reward myself. Pack. Search for glory, and we also got a wild card, which is very nice. All right, back to action. So we didn't. I liked Valky there. Valky felt good. Being able to see their entire hand instead of just one card, that felt really nice. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough, Night Trotter. Probably Kaldheim, but there's cards from like M21 and Ikoria you can probably have to craft.
What is M21?
That's the Magic 2021 core sets. I actually do have a mono blue deck, Clockwork. Geen. Wow, I'm just used to using the first one. 1 second, everyone. My phone is ringing.
I want to mute the mic.
Hello? Alright, sorry about that.
I would have done Raiders, except I forgot Toshime. And he got back right when I noticed your message. You gotta, yeah.
I'm remembering. Oop.
Transition. Oh, shh. I love that little swipe.
Alright, start the battle. And I'm going to step away and let Zim take over again, real quick.
Oh, okay. Making me get up off the floor. Because I can't fit in the other chair here. Sometimes it sucks being big. Alright, no crowns to give out, but the gold goes to Toshime and Wemmer. Congratulations. The Tomblands bronze badge. We've got Zat. On to the shifting sands. The desert mirage lifts away to reveal an ancient enemy ready to fight. Aw, I can't use my ancient paladin right now. Lame! So I'll just bring my normal tank. Toshime, I'll have him check that later after the stream. I guess Toshime shared a deck in media sharing.
Let me see real quick. Yes.
Oh, apparently he has. Oh, it's a song. Okay. Well, we'll watch it later. Though I've got the feeling Timmy already knows it.
Anyone here plays Magic? Want to play against us? We can do the streamer battles again.
Those were fun. Kicking everybody's butts. Well, more Timmy kicking their butts with me just controlling the, you know, moving things around. Oh! Oh, there... no? Apparently my bot... I thought I had a command for that. I'll have to fix it later.
Alrighty. So, hand that to you. Put that there. And this is your smorgasbord of sauce right here.
Cool. I love their sauce.
Yeah. I told them to try and put the mayo on the sandwich, but I guess they didn't mind it, so there's that if you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alright. Timmy, are you wanting to play again, or...
You can do a game real quick.
Alright. I'm in the driver's seat.
Do just normal play.
Probably with a backseat driver. Oh, you don't trust me in ranked?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they're going first?
I didn't see who. Temple of Silence.
We've got a lot of swamps in this,
Yep,
so...
keep it on top.
Keep that on top. Oh, I thought that was just... Okay, it's either one. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was one of the flip ones at first. Timmy is off eating while I am doing this. Alright, since this is already revealed and we don't have anything that requires a
Yep. Play those.
forest, I'll go ahead and just do the plains. I think I want to
You have to
foretell Doomscar just in case.
Yeah, you can foretell Doomscar or Treacherous Blessing.
I was looking at Treacherous Blessing, but I'm thinking I want to have this just in case I need it.
Yeah.
Foretell it. Yeah, Timmy forgot to fix the land. Oh, hi, Cetessan Champion.
Kill it.
Really?
Yes.
Doomscar?
No, Heartless Act. Oh, no, sorry. Over one. Elspeth. Elspeth Nightmares can kill it. That's a creature that you kill on sight.
Oh? What's it do?
Every time you cast an enchantment, he draws a card and gives it +1/+1.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I was thinking the green side for this one. Heartless Act. It's a damn good thing we drew these to begin with.
Actually, Doomstar follows me now.
Do the Doomscar.
Let's see what he thought. Shark Typhoon, make him discard that.
Alright.
Actually, ooh. We could try and go Treacherous Blessing into Heartless Act. If we draw another black source. I'd say go for it. We know his hand. That's fine. And draw the Triumph. Yep. If he commits more to the board to draw more cards, we can just Doomscar and clear it.
Ah. Yes! Give us more to destroy!
Block the 3/5.
Alright, Night Trotter. See, did they just spend something?
Yep. He drew a card off of it. That's fine. We just exile his Vega right now. We can't get it back. Doomscar, keep mana. Yep, just Doomscar. And we'll have mana open for Heartless Act to kill his creature. If he'll probably cast another one and just kill it.
Alright.
And now we just basically keep binding his creatures.
Oh yeah, we got so many of these. It's great. What? How many of those do you have, you
Heartless
little...
Act. Kill it before he gets back. Make him use the rest of his mana.
Destroy that?
Yep. Oh shit! Shh. Ah, I screwed up.
What?
I screwed up. That card won't kill it.
It's
No, he's gonna put a counter on it to save it.
Oh.
So we have to bindings it on our turn.
What am I doing here?
It comes up so rarely, it doesn't usually matter. Heartless Act can only kill a creature with no counters on it.
Oh.
You put a counter on it. Pathway on black. Binding.
Rid of that bastard.
Actually, we probably next turn want to cast one of our Yorians and blink both of our enchantments. Draw 3 cards, kill something, get a land.
Sounds good. What? My turn?
Actually, cast Heartless Act.
But that
Remove up to 3 counters from it.
You sure?
Yeah. The reason for this is because Pokemon has the ability to fight a creature and do its damage to that creature, and that creature deals damage to him. But if we remove the counters, he can't kill Yorian with it.
Ah.
On our turn. Yep. Remove up to 3 of the counters, click that. Yep, submit 3.
This one?
Yep. Take it away. That's right. We'll take 1. Take both enchantments.
Bloop, bloop.
That's the turn. That lets him sacrifice an enchantment and then go search for a creature with a mana cost 1 higher.
Ah!
Oh, this is the old version.
What do you mean?
This is the old version that has acquisitions everywhere.
Oh, it is. Well, that works. Okay.
But here we can have fun. We can play another land, Bindings, to kill his, we could kill his Bindings. And then Yorion.
This one?
Yep.
I assume always go for the,
Yeah.
Alright, so binding.
First branch off that way. Yep.
This one.
On white.
Yeah, because we got our one, green.
Yep. So now, Bindings. Kill his Pokeranos.
Oh, okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
We'll get rid of his Binding.
Alright, got rid of his binding.
Doom!
Your doom has been foretold. The prophecies of old predicted it. They knew it would come.
And to cast them both on our turn.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, they did something to Yorion.
Enchantments.
Oh, -3, -3.
Hey, that's something they can sacrifice, though. Oh, okay.
Why did they spend the mana to weaken it if they were just gonna
They
destroy it?
can only destroy a creature with power 2 or less.
Oh. God damn it.
He'll have to sacrifice both things to Doom Foretold.
Ah.
Yep. I would cast double Doom.
Doom! Doom! Doom!
Play your temper.
I didn't even really have a monster to deal with them. Well, that went over well. You want back in here?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh. Oh, let's fix the deck. Timmy?
Okay.
This one?
Yep. Just go down.
So we want rid of this one.
Yep. Type in Triumph in the search. Hit enter. We want the Kitra.
This
Yep,
one?
one of those.
And rename it Doom Mark II. That way we could actually see that it's Mark II instead of, you know, not as many O's and M's. Switch over to Mark II. Hey! Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Triumph.
Always lead with your tap lands if you don't have a play.
Ah, fair. How do you know that, Toshime?
Wait, discard a card? Discard one of the lithoform blights.
Okay.
Black. Lithoform. Ooh, he's probably like elves.
Which means...
Lead with Valky. We want to get a look at take the RR, yeah. Actually. Yeah, take the RR, yeah. That's the only payoff he has. His hand doesn't do much except get mana, or get mana.
Okay. Good to know about Raiders, Toshime. Thank you.
We'll go Treacherous Blessing next turn into Doom Foretold.
Sounds good. I don't think I want to block.
No. Worst thing we'll do is we can sack Valky later to Treacherous. Or
Okay.
block it to make sure he loses a creature.
You mean to Doom Foretold?
No reason to block here. He has nothing but mana dwarfs right now. Oh. No, I think we need to try to hit our land, so I think we go Treacherous Blessing.
Do that.
Overlord, yep. We want to draw 3 cards. He has 3 cards to our 7 now. There's our 4. Alright, pass. Nope, no attack. So here, I actually like offering the trade if he tries to do it.
So at this point, I would defend with Valky?
Possibly. Depends on what he
Okay.
does. Okay, he's just wasting a removal spell. That's fine. Because that card's triple black, he doesn't have the black mana to cast it. So if you can try casting it next turn. So what I would do here... Oh, Fable Passage.
Activate?
Yep. Go find our red source. So... Yeah, I would get Doom Foretold down, actually.
I don't think I can
Not yet.
afford it.
He's not till 7 mana, but we
Oh,
just wanna
Doom
have-
Foretold. That's what you said.
Yeah, get Doom Foretold out. That way we can get rid of Treacherous Blessing. Because now he has to start committing more into our board. And we have the board wipe, we have the Doom Scar.
Yeah.
We can just start casting little things and do it if we need to. going to binding her. If we draw a 5th land, we're just going to board wipe him.
Wait, what?
He might not have had a black source again. Another black source, possibly.
Well, that works. Hey, Noct, it's going well. You ready to play?
Almost.
Okay. All right. This deck has been a lot of fun. Let's see, we got 2 lands here.
You have 2 bursts to search out more lands.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's probably fine. You'll get 2/0/4s to block. Good against aggro. Gets you your land drops.
Unwavering purpose.
Yeah, that's fine. Lead with your tap.
That one. Geen, thank you very much for that follow. Thank you for coming by today, by the way, as well. I really appreciate the support here. Do we want to go with the...
Yep, white.
White? Okay. Oh, yeah, we got these to get our other lands.
So Kazandu Valley, we're playing against probably mono. So our removal spells and our grindy spells are really good against them. He's going to take a little bit of time to set up for against us, so... Construct Beast. He'll have a 5/5 on his next turn.
Oh!
So we'll have 2/0/4 walls. Pathway on black. Cast another birth. Yeah. Birth.
Yeah?
Let me get their deck out.
Hey there, Jaffer. I don't think he's ready to join Starfinder yet. Maybe. We'll see.
I don't have a character finished.
Well, you can at least roleplay and stuff.
We draw a Doomstar here. It's so good for us. Alright, play the Branch Loft Pathway on green. Cast free is Retribution.
Get ourselves a nice fighter.
So, Lovestruck can only attack if you control a 1/1.
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
Yep. So, if we use the Angel to kill the 1/1 human, that thing can't attack anymore. And we can go Yorion, blink it, make another Angel if we want to.
Yeah, but they probably won't actually attack or defend with the human.
No. That's fine. He gets a 4/4 instead of an Angel, that's fine. We just re-blink it, get another Angel, get a Yorion. Just block with 1 on the walls. Because now he's just completely blown out if we draw a... Play planes? I would just cast Yorion here, actually.
The very few with just this one?
Yeah, because Yorion's also a 4/5 body.
Fair.
So we have the 0/4 to block the Lovestruck. We have the 4/5 that answers the 4/4. And we have an Eerie Ultimatum for the late game. Knowing all of his creatures draw. It's not a huge deal for us. That's a little frustrating, but it's not that big a deal.
Board wipe, board wipe, board wipe.
Pretty
Give
much.
us our doom score!
Pretty much. We draw Doomstar, we basically win this game. Yes.
Block this.
Yep. I would put the Yorion in front of the Wicked Wolf. He might have a trick, but that's Fine. Okay. I don't know how you can see it there.
Yeah.
Did he not think we were going to block?
Oh, hey, you got a pack.
Ooh, yay.
Got you an uncommon wild card and Essica, God of the Tree.
Ooh, another mythic.
The Prismatic Bridge.
That card is so fun.
Interesting. Alright. We'll see, Jaffer. We'll see. There's a deck from 6 that I saw his video on it. It was basically God Tribal with Essica as the centerpiece card. I don't know what that means.
I'm kind of curious now, but that doesn't really have much synergy with itself.
You come play.
I was just eating.
Oh, but I want to eat too.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, I'll turn you guys back over to Timmy.
Okay, let's go. What do we got? Doomscar, also with Nightmare, Binding, Doom. We have no black. We have no black in this hand.
But we need black. But we also have a really good hand, so do we...
We're on a draw. We have quite a few black sources in the deck. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I regret my life choices now if we don't draw a black source.
We will run Stream Raiders after this battle.
There's our black source.
Gene, you can change that. Do exclamation point extension in the chat.
We're playing against rogues. He plays 12 creatures if this is the actual good rogue version.
Do we want the mountain or?
We want the swamp. We need a black source.
That we have one.
Yeah,
Oh, we need
untapped. Untapped.
Oh.
So we're running out the Elspeth's Nightmare here because his deck, if this is the actual Rogue's deck, it only plays 12 creatures. Everything else is like instants and sorceries, so the Elspeth's Nightmare might not hit many creatures, but it can make him discard cards. And again, knowledge is power. Knowing his hand allows us to play around it. That's what we want. We want to be. He's not playing Lurrus though. I should have realized that. So this isn't the normal Rogues version. If this is Rogues. Okay, he's going aggressive here. Okay. So if he has a discard spell, we're taking it. We're going to Bindings this creature. What does he have? So he has 2 removal spells that are going to do nothing this game.
You're not planning to play any monsters at all?
Not against this matchup. So I know he has 2 removal spells, another bounce creature. So he has it into the story. I just have to make sure my graveyard says 8 cards or less, so he can't do that. But otherwise, he doesn't really have much in the way of aggressive cards for us. Valky will be coming as Tybalt this game.
Alright.
Because Tybalt comes down next turn.
How?
We're going to search a land right now.
Oh, okay.
Place out the graveyard. Becomes 4.
I enjoy these overtime story things, whatever they're called, I forget. The binding of the old gods and stuff.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I enjoy those cards. I'm not sure why, I just like them.
So now, by playing this Elspeth's Nightmare out, next turn we will be able to duress him and know he has a counterspell for our Tybalt. See, now I have perfect information since he played the Nighthawk out, so that changes the play. We're just going to Doomscar, Fior's Retribution. Or Doom Foretold, actually. Doom Foretold is fine here because we will get the token, the card draw, and everything. So we take into the story. This is why we foretold the 2 Doomscars earlier. Those creatures. Play out the Retribution, let's just get the Angel. Sure, you can kill it. Gives him the target. We can blink it though if we want with Yorion. He's not going to kill it. So that means he has to use mana on his turn to do it, which is fine with us. We have perfect information. We're just going to lead Valky. We left the car on top. So lead with Tybalt. We're going to get rid of that car.
I am Volk. God. Oh, my cover's
What?
Oh, just the fact that they specifically left that card on top and then you got rid of it.
Hmm? Yeah, he's not going to be able to win with it here. Now, the enchantments you like so much are called sagas.
Oh.
Because they tell a story.
We have 2 Martin gifts and Stream Raiders.
Your turn.
You got a Blood Aspirant. Yeah, I like those sagas. It's just fun to me. Alright, we have Stream Raiders up. Let's get it done. Alright, we have no crowns to give. But on to the next one. Now we have number 10 and number 88 for Martin videos. Let's get them up. Yes, this is a sable, a variety of Martin native to Russia. Playing around with a cat. The Martin kind of wins very thoroughly. And then number 88. Let's get that one up. This one is Buddy the Sable. These two videos are actually several weeks apart. Where Buddy starts in the carpet bag here, and where he hides the toy. They were just showing off that He always remembers where he hides his toys. This is a Sable. This is a Martin. They've got the fox, they've got cat, they got dog, they got all the best parts of everything in them. Martins are the most perfect animal ever. Truly. And one day I will have one of my own. Let's see here. I want to do... I know which one I'll show you, Geen. I know exactly which one I'll show you. Here you go. They need and they purr. This was actually one of the inspirations behind the Martin and the Martin Talkie and Talkie network, where they were basically. We decided that this is how you know when your Martin phone is ringing. They just purr. Alright, back to Magic. I'm gonna play a game, and then Timmy will be back to play some more. Speaking of the Martin Talkie and Talkie network, we do have merchandise of that. Do consider grabbing some. A portion of all purchases of the Martin Talkie and Talkie merchandise do go to the worldwide, the WWF. For some reason, I can never remember what it stands for, but it's the wildlife, one of the wildlife foundations. They do have a part of them that focuses very much on pine martens. So, yeah. Your purchase does, a part of it does go to a good cause. Is it the World Wildlife Foundation? I wasn't certain. I kind of like this hand as it is. I'm gonna keep it. We'll play our Triome. So the Triome covers us on the green that we need, so I think I'm going to play this as a white. I could be real cheeky and use Lithoform Blight on their island.
I'd probably play Birth to get you an untapped land if you need it.
That's what I was going to do. Well, that was fast.
We don't talk about the old Tybalt here. I came over, that's why.
Well, hey, I got you some more gold. You want to play it?
I'll try one. Is there anyone here who wants to play?
Yes, come challenge Timmy. Who I need to give a cat because he is very much adopting the menacing bad guy look right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's so comfy.
Yes, but she'd be comfier on your lap.
Any challengers? Any challengers want to come and play? I'd like to play a game. Boop. Boop. I'm enjoying this deck so far, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I think maybe we might want to a single Garrick, possibly. We'll see. Maybe some Ugins. Ugin could be really good at the deck. But he's 8. So many versions of the deck I want to build. I just want to play Abzin.
A lot of lands. You got everything covered there.
Sure, we can keep this. It's not like super great. Let's see what he does. It's an aggressive deck. We have a turn 3 Elspeth's Nightmare answer. Failed Passage means he's not casting anything this turn. It's a forest, so our Nightmare is probably going to be possibly good against whatever he plays. Yep, it's good against whatever he plays.
So what is he playing now?
Lotus Cobra, whenever he plays a land, he gets to make a mana of any color. That's a very dead snake, though. Hello, new pair of boots. We don't want to play creatures in here, Gin. The reason is because I have no care about any of those cards. We have Binding for that. We have that for... I can play Valky and take his Vortenklex. That's a cheeky play. I don't care about the Kaya. She doesn't do anything really right now. I want to kill his ramp. I like making him discard a card and getting a knight here. Young white source. Let's cast him. Make him lose a card. Draw a card, get a knight, make him lose 2 life, we'll gain 2 life. Okay with that play. Scry. Bottom that because we're going to be playing Calyx.
Gods and foolish mortals have
Plus
unbalanced
Calyx.
our world.
Nothing, that's fine.
The stars
I
will
think
light
Calyx should
our
probably
way.
be cut. More and more I'm seeing we just keep missing with him.
Yeah, he really doesn't seem to do a lot with the deck itself.
Like sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Like right now he could just exile a land. Or he just finds 3 cards for us.
The pattern
Like, you can
future
just cast a
appears
Vornflex
before
here. Oh. Oh, crap. He can just... Oh, I had to get rid of that Vornflex. I have to get rid of that Vornflex or he turns off all of our enchantments. So there's an interaction with Vornklex and these enchantments. He makes it so you don't put any counters on them.
Oh.
So Vornklex can stop them.
Higher.
So he's gonna exile our guy. That's okay.
When I say go,
Okay, yep, I am 100% okay with that. 100% okay with that. So we want to get the Elspeth Conquers Death out. Get rid of
well,
that.
this job was a bust.
Have it ready in case he kills my Valky. Hi, Vornklex. No attack. Interesting.
So he had another one ready.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna play a Rampage of the Valkyries, get an Angel. So if he kills our Angel, he loses his Vornklex.
Why?
Whenever an Angel dies, he has to sack a creature.
Oh.
I'm looking for new minions. Care to volunteer?
Oh! And he can just instantly ultimate Planeswalkers.
Instantly what?
Ultimate his Planeswalkers. That's not good. This is very not good. I wonder if this works or not. It has reach. Alright, Sky Noodle. Do your thing, glorious Sky Noodle. I need to get rid of that Vornklex.
You think too much. You can never have enough servants.
I don't think that Valky can transform after he's summoned.
Nope. Fortunately, you only have two creatures that can block. I have 3. We can turn Valky into a Vorinclex if we need to.
Oh, that kind of transformation. Okay.
Yeah, Valky can transform. I don't want to trade, though. So he's going to kill our Sky Noodle. And he's going to take our Sky Noodle.
I grew strong. You grow weak. Rise and shine, my obedient minions.
I love you, deck. He gets things back, but he still loses it.
Believe in the heart of the cards! Literally the title of this stream. But he's dying either way.
Gone through a Planeswalker ult. Feel proud of that. And we get a mythic. Nope, not a mythic. What's the card? Oh no, the mythic is next win. Alright. Ikimasu. Yeah, the Doom Foretold basically means that he has one less creature on our turn. Yeah, this is fine. We're first. We can go turn 2 birth, scry, find something that we want to do. I like that. I'd prefer turn 3 play though. Let's bottom that. I think we can do better. Let's see what we got. Green, black. Okay, so yeah. It's gonna be a little slow. This shuffles it back in for us, so that's good. So we'll probably add Yori into our hand turn 3 if we don't have anything. As we can Doom Foretold, which will be very nice. I would love if he didn't have a turn 2 play. And we drew a very good turn 3 play. Very good turn 3 play. Okay. Well, discard a land. And yeah. Let's discard planes. That's fine. So he's probably going to go Lovestruck Beast here. And then we're just going to blow him out with the Doom Foretold. Oh, this is a good. So we have every land in our deck. So we're fine there. Ooh, he's just searching with the beanstalk giant. Okay. Pick up what you're putting down, sir.
Geen has a question for you.
My favorite shard? That's a little tough. I'd have to think. Probably Bant. Bant's one of my favorites. Lore-wise, at least. Play-wise, I'm a fan of Grixis. I'm a fan of Abzan. The more controlling, grindy shards are probably my favorite.
What do they mean by shards?
There's 10 shards. Shards and wedges. The 5 shards are from the Shards of Alara set, where a world was split into 5 pieces. That dies. Very sad, Yorian. Sad bird noises.
Why is Yorian sad?
Because we weren't actually able to sacrifice... I'm gonna have to sacrifice Yorian to it. Oh, no, he's using his entire turn to kill that. Sure, that's fine.
Trickery is just a hobby. Chaos. Share in my pain.
I just drew 2 cards. Even if he kills it, I'm okay with that. This means he doesn't have a removal spell for it.
Your emotions are so strong.
Oh, that's good. That's good for us. Oh, the auto tap. And now we just board wipe him.
Oh, so many painful memories.
Hey there, Wolfab. It's alright.
We're just doing horrible, horrible things. I love Tybalt in this deck. Tybalt is just such a good finisher.
Make no mistake.
like this deck a lot. Oh, I like this deck. Let me check something real quick. Ooh, we have enough for another pack. Reward time! Also, I don't think we've ever lost with this deck so far yet.
I don't think we have. Timmy's so excited to open the pack, he's not actually claiming it. He's like, it's like he's at the store, just watching it, looking at it, and trying to open it, and the guy's like, "You gotta pay for that still."
I thought I did. Pay for it. Alright, let's see if we can get silver before the game has to start. Are you still hungry? I have a sandwich and fries. Alright, let's go. I'm enjoying this deck. It needs some refining. Nope, we're not keeping this one. We will keep this one. We will ship a plains back. Reason we didn't keep the first hand was because it didn't do anything till turn 5.
Oh, so when you mulligan, you draw all 7 and then
Choose a card to go back. It goes for each mulligan, you go down another card.
Okay.
But it's like his hand doesn't do anything till turn 5. We can't afford that. Not on the play.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're playing against green, green, and more green. Good to know. Let's draw a card.
We'll run the Stream Raiders after this match.
So this is the type of matchup here where Doom Foretold is very good. Doom Foretold really likes decks that want to commit to the battlefield. So green decks is... Every day I would love to play against this. This is the matchup where we really like it. So if I could draw a turn 3 play here, that'd be very good. Or another land. I'm okay with another land, sure. That gives us a turn 5 Yorion. So what I'm thinking we're going to lead into is Furia's Retribution into Doom Foretold, depending on what they do. Probably going to spend our next turn adding Yorion to our hand since we have nothing else to do. But he's not threatening us. He's not committing anything. We don't have to rush here. We are good. We already have a permanent on the battlefield to sack to Doom Foretold.
We do?
The Lithoform that I cast.
Oh!
So he's mono green.
At least that might be just what they've been picking up.
So our board wipes are also very good in this matchup. That is a good play here. Let's play that. Go find the plains. This will give us an 0-4 wall as well that we can start using to block his bigger creatures. Blue-green. Interesting. What is the blue for? What is the blue for?
Keen guess is Elf Ball?
No, it's not Elf Ball, I don't think. Not if it's playing Keeper of Fables in it. So... let's go ahead and run out Doom Foretold and start grinding him out. So sack the Visionary here, and we'll use the wall to block the Keeper of Fables to prevent him from drawing a card. We'll sacrifice the enchantment because it's going to go away anymore, and losing a card is better. Interesting. You're going to blow a card in order to do that? Okay. I'm fine with that. So you'll get to draw 1 card, but you spend a card and 2 mana to do that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that exchange here. Because right now we want to keep his things off the battlefield. So he'll hit us, draw a card, deal 4 to us. That's fine. We're good with that. Double blue, playing another creature. Okay. That's fine. So I'm actually thinking I might cast Yori in here. Or we just cast that. We just cast that. So he drew 1 card off that. He loses his card. Lost his board. We get to draw a card, get a 2/2 knight, gain 2 life. We're sitting pretty well so far. Maybe I could have held on to the enchantment. I mean, it wasn't a super big rush. But now I can go Valky into Freya's Retribution. Beanstalk, they're gonna land, sure. I like Valky into... Interesting. Pixie. Oh. Ooh la la. Ooh la la, be still my hearto.
Why?
I'll show you what the card does. Give me a second. Create a 4/4 angel for 4, but if you foretell it and pay the white XX, you get X amount of tokens instead.
Oh!
Foretell you. And then we will make an angel. And if we draw a land next turn, I am okay trading his mana dork into my token. If he wants to do that, I am 100% okay with that. Restrict his mana, control it. Because if we can draw a land, we can just go Valky, Tybalt, exile his Beanstalk Giant if he casts it. Otherwise, I can just untap, cast this. On turn 3, all of my angels get double strike. So we will have 8, 16, 24 power swinging at him on our next turn.
Oh, jeez.
I can use the angel to kill the Marrowleaf Pixie. Use that to block the giant. Yeah, I like this play. And we drew the land, so we're just going to do the fun play rather than probably the correct play.
Fun play is always fun.
Actually, no, we should probably do the correct play. Make 3 angels.
So what is going on here?
This enchantment gives all angels on the second one the ability to tap, destroy target creature with power less than their power.
Oh.
And since they have vigilance, you can attack with them and then tap them to destroy a creature.
Oh.
So now all of my angels will get double strike on our next turn. So we're swinging for 8, 16, 24, 32 on our turn. You have a serpent. Knight, protect me.
They need to do a board wipe or they're just dead.
They're just dead. But I want to have fun first before we kill them, so I want to... Mine.
Oh, true. You won't miss it.
Woohoo, I'm silver.
Nice.
So we got 23 minutes left before I have to switch it over.
Stream readers, we will go ahead and run at the end of this stream, actually. I'm just gonna wait until then.
I think we might want a couple more 3-drops for this deck, so I will go searching for it. I think I know the creature for it. Yeah, this hand's fine. We suspend Doomscar on 2. Can't cast it yet. We don't have the mana to do so. That's fine. We have Elspeth's Nightmare and Freya's Retribution Rampage. And we have a Yorn. Oh, we're against mono red probably. Yep, mono red. This is going to be very good for us if we can get. Delicious. Foretell that. Elspeth's into Freya's into Rampage. With board wipe backup at all times. Yeah, we're probably just gonna board wipe here. I don't see a reason not to do. Actually, we don't have to quite yet. We can just go this. Kill that. He has a 1-1. We have a board wipe saved up for any time we need it. We can go 4/4 Angel into Rampage. We basically force him to have to commit more and more into the battlefield.
Yeah. It feels like nobody plays mono red. Well, I mean, obviously this person does, but it just feels like that's a very uncommon thing. Or am I wrong?
It's not that you're wrong, it's that the archetype is very trying to think of the word I want to use here. So that only gives +2 Plizzo. I think.
You're taking the 3/3?
He has that to give it +2. So we do this in order to avoid getting hit by that.
I have not heard that, Bean.
So now he dies on our turn.
Wait, what?
Double strike to the angels.
Oh!
He has to kill us this turn. Shit.
Except he could. Just barely.
No, we can block. It's the matter of, do I think he has...
Something to stop you?
Uh-huh. If he has Embercleave, I'm dead no matter what. I can't survive an Embercleave attack. Unless I block Annex. I have to block Annex to survive an Embercleave. If he has Embercleave, he has Embercleave. I'll block this way. If he doesn't, I win. If he does, I die.
Oh.
Yeah. He has to lose a creature now too. So he loses most of his board. Mm-hmm. One man off though. And one man off.
From what?
Casting Doomscar on the same turn. That would have given me the 2/2. Yep. I screwed that up.
Oh!
I screwed that up. I should have just board wiped earlier. That was my fault. Yeah, I played. I should have played to the long game since I had the board wipe and blocked him. That was my fault there. Ah. That was my fault. I made a mistake. I deserve that.
Well, first loss.
Let's see. So we want the Calyx out. What are we thinking instead?
Fearless Pup.
No.
Fearless Pup.
No.
But it's adorable.
It's not good.
But Fearless Pup.
No.
Awoo.
Ow. Excuse me. Sorry. No ow in this deck. Also, look at this card. Look how cute it is.
Sables are better.
The little mouse. Let's see. Okay. So,
Fearless Pup.
no.
Fearless Pup.
No.
Fearless Pup.
We're not even really red.
But we got one red. Isn't it just a one red?
No.
Actually, technically, we have two red.
I will eat you.
Don't worry, guys. I'll fix it later.
Let's try this. I want to try Skyclave Apparition. The stream rares is going to happen at the end of the stream at 6 o'clock. Yeah, I know what I should have done. I should have blocked the big creature because he was the one I was afraid of making the tokens. That was my fault. I will happily keep this hand.
Doom?
Doom.
Doom!
Skyclave Apparition is such a good card. Oh, are we against Mono Red again? Are we against Mono Red? I don't know. That's a really cool one. Let's get the Caraboos. Caraboos. Now we just need to draw lands for the rest of this game. Red black. Red black sacrifice? Just foretell this right now. Whoa! Whoa! That's a good card to get rid of. No blocks. We'll just gain life back anyway. Oof. Oof, there it is. Yeah, I'm okay using the wall here. So we can just continue our mana development. We gained 2 life, so we basically didn't lose anything there. Let's go get our land. Play our land. Say go. They're the ones who have to be the aggressive decks here. They have to play into our Doomscar because our 0/4 walls are just going to completely just otherwise keep stopping them. Or they take our 0/4 wall. Okay, they took our token. We take 5. We'll gain 2 back of it though. They can sack and scry it. Sure. They can sack and draw 2 cards. Okay. They're not doing a lot though. Mill 2. Am I just like board wiping here? Yeah, they can scry, but I mean, they're not doing a ton here. We have an Eerie Ultimatum in hand, so that's going to be actually really good for us. Bottom. So they're looking for something. That's fine. I kept the card on top. Okay. That does not have haste. It gains indestructible. Unfortunately for you, that doesn't save it from being exiled. Like so. Skyclave is so good! Bye-bye. You can have a token later. That's a 4/4. That's perfectly fine with me. Sure, you can have a 4/4. That's way better than that stupid thing. Damn it, Call be dead. Sure. This is a card I was thinking of trying in this deck. Alright, let's kill the token. And then we'll get to get search land next turn. I'll probably Yorion it next turn just so I can go search stuff. Keep killing his things. Bringing back the Wolf Strider. That's fine. We'll just kill it with Yorion. If we can draw a land. Please, deck, can we draw a land? Okay, that works. It does the same thing I was going to do. I'd like to be able to double spell soon. So we can go like Skyclave Apparition into Heartless Act. Would be good. So he draws or scries 2, gains 2. That's okay. Bottoms both. Another. So he's bringing back Wolf Strider, which means he doesn't really got much going on right now. So I like just Yorioning. Blinking the enchantment, killing his 5/4 again. Now he has to kill my Orion, which he probably can do, but that means he's not necessarily doing anything else. So he kept it on top. So it's probably a way to kill Orion. Okay, so he just sacked it to draw 2 cards. That's fine. Mistrum Predator. We have the Skyclave Apparition for that. Ooh. Any land lets us cast Eerie Ultimatum. That is the land that lets us cast Eerie Ultimatum. Bring it. You go bye-bye. No attacks. He could take our angel token and attack us with it, so we're going to play on defense, just in case. We are the control deck. We are in no rush to win this game. No reason to risk dying here. Yep, bring back Foxa. You will discard. So many effects. So much value. Delicious value.
I am Volk, god of...
You are just destroying everything. Nom 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 nom.
Surely you can handle a little pain?
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
What the heck are you doing?
My angel. My sweet angel. Okay, it doesn't have something. It doesn't have its though. Be a real dick move if I cast these cards right now. Real dick move. But you see, you only keep my angel as long as this enchantment's on the battlefield. That enchantment is no longer going to be on the battlefield. Bindings is so good. Bindings is so good. Oh god, that card is so powerful. Nom 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 nom.
Well, perfect timing. There's 2 minutes left.
I'll turn it over to you.
Don't go anywhere.
No, there's some over here.
Alright, let's get Stream Raiders going. Oh, right. Would help if I moved my mouse and keyboard back over. A whoosh! Start the battle! Alright, not enough of anyone for crowns, but the monk scrolls go to Wolfab and the gold to Toshime. All the tokens. Neat. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Magic the Gathering Arena. I will be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
Today.
Today.
In a few minutes.
In a few minutes. With, some Retrograde Renegade Starfinder, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Check out our website, though, in the meantime, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I seriously could not do so without your support. So consider becoming a patron and making that happen and keep happening. Also, do share the stream with your friends. That is another great way to support the channel and keep this going. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu. I'll see you in a few minutes.